What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another one of Rome's Things. What's going on, everyone? We are here at the Valley of Fire State Park. Going to take a little tour of this place just north of Las Vegas. Located about an hour northeast of Las Vegas, the Valley of Fire State Park opened in 1934 and is the oldest state park in Nevada. Situated on over 40,000 acres of the Mojave Desert, the park gets its name from the bright red Aztec sandstone along with the lighter limestone. We are at the west gate. There's two entrances to the park, from the west and from the east. We entered through the west. And really behind me, this is the view that you're greeted with as soon as you drive in, the beautiful red rocks of southern Nevada. On sunny days, the park looks emblazoned in fiery colors. Among the red rock formations can be found many hiking trails going past scenic vistas, petrified trees, and even petroglyphs that are over 2,000 years old. Come join me as I take a walk through the beautiful desert landscapes of southern Nevada. The main Valley of Fire road cuts across the south end of the park. My first stop was at a rock formation called the Beehives. We are here at our first stop today, folks. The Beehives. It's a place called the Beehives, and you'll see in a minute why it's called that. The rock formations and sand dunes in the park were formed from geological processes over 150 million years ago. In its more recent history, the park was home to the Anasazi, a local Puebloan tribe who lived in the area as early as 300 BC to about 1200 AD. We'll actually get to see some examples of their rock art or petroglyphs on some of the hikes. After the Beehives, I continued on to see the first examples of petroglyphs in the park at Atlatl Rock. We are here at our second stop, Atlatl Rock. It's a bunch of big red rocks, and some of them actually have some ancient petroglyphs on them. So we'll take a walk up, we'll take a look at some of these petroglyphs. The metal staircase can be a bit difficult for those afraid of heights. Once you get to the top, however, you soon forget about that as you stare at how beautiful these works of art are. It's amazing to think about how long these carvings have been here, and really how they got up here so high up on the rock. Just down the road is Arch Rock. You're not allowed to climb the rocks to get a closer look, so you have to take photos and videos from below. It was actually smaller than I expected, but still impressive. Many people don't truly appreciate the beauty of the desert, but the drive through the park can really change one's mind. Surrounded by rocky hills and cliffs, awash in hues of reds and yellows, this part of Nevada really shows off the desert's unique beauty. There are a few petrified tree sites, but I decided to pass on them and maybe save them for another trip out here. I really wanted to spend my time hiking the trails in the park. Going past several more stunning rock formations, the main road leads to the park's visitor center. We are here at the Valley of Fire Visitor Center. We're going to take a walk inside. This is a nice visitor center. It's surrounded by the beautiful red rocks around here. Alright everyone, we are just about to leave the visitor center. We're going to head up Mouse Tank Road. This is the really scenic portion of the drive. We're heading north up to White Domes Loop. We're going to hike that loop, and there's some other stops along the way, and we'll make sure to stop at those. From the visitor center, Mouse's Tank Road takes you north past several vista points and access to some great trails. Wow, this is amazing. Love it. It's beautiful. My first trail hike was Mouse's Tank Trail. Alright, we are at the start of Mouse Tank Trail. It's a short trail, not even a mile I believe. It's through these red rocks. Probably come out to a little rock tank where there's some water collected there. I believe there's also some petroglyphs along the way. So we'll take a look at that. It looks like it's some fine red sand as we walk through here. So it's going to be a little slow going. And this is some really fine sand that's going to get everywhere, in your shoes, in your socks. Interesting story about how the trail got its name. Back in the 1890s, a Paiute native outlaw named Little Mouse used the park and the area around the trail as his hideout after being accused of killing some prospectors in the area. It's easy to see why he chose the area, as there are many places to hide amongst the rocky crags and ravines. We are at the end of Mouse Tank Trail. Right behind me is the natural water tank. I believe you can't go further, pretty sure. There's the water tank right below us. Pretty nasty looking water. It's a pretty dry season, so it probably fills up more than that. Back on the road, I continued north to my next stop and hike, the White Domes Loop Trail. A relatively easy trail, this 1.1 mile loop is very popular. The trail gets its name from the predominantly white limestone formations along the trail. So apparently in the 60s, Hollywood made a movie out here, and you can see some of the remnants of some of the sets that they built. It was called The Professionals. I believe it was a Western. So they came out here and built these sets. It was an entire little town, I believe, and they just left it when they were done. So yeah, so a little touch of Hollywood out here in the Valley of Fire. After doing a bit more research, I discovered that several more movies were filmed in the park as well, including the original Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Star Trek Generations. In fact, the scene in the movie where Captain Kirk dies and is buried is located just off the nearby Silica Dome Trail. I didn't have time to do that one, so I'll save it for a future visit. The trail also leads you through a slot canyon. We're about to enter the slot canyon portion of the White Dome Loop Trail. It looks pretty cool. This is really one of my first slot canyons that I've been through, so let's go see what it's like. Take a walk through it. Like I said, it is a very popular hike, so there were people around every bend. It was around lunchtime, so I decided to find a nice spot with a view and stop to eat. Found me a nice spot with a pretty good view. Having a little bit of a turkey sandwich, turkey sub. Then I'll finish up the hike. We're about halfway. I'm gonna check out the fire wave after this and then Elephant Rock. And call it a day. Mouse's Tank Road loops around here and you have to head back south. I had one more stop to make and one more trail to hike. The fire wave is another popular trail and is a short 1.5 mile out and back hike. The trail starts off on a flat sandy trail. As you approach the cliffs in the distance, it turns to the right and heads downhill. As you look to the right, you can see the fire wave come into view. We're here at the fire wave. It's named after the cool colored rocks you see behind me. The way the different colors, the reds, the yellows, and the grays mix, and how it looks like it swirls its way through the landscape, makes it feel pretty surreal. It was peak time, so there were quite a few people just sitting around and soaking in the atmosphere. So guys, I think I found the real reason this place is called the Fire Wave. Check out behind me. Nice little barrel. The day was starting to draw to a close, and after the fire wave, it was time to think about heading home. But I had to make 2 more stops. The one thing I did notice was the lack of wildlife in the park. I was expecting to at least see some deer, but this little bird was about the only animal I saw the entire day. We are heading towards our last stop now. It's Elephant Rock. It's a cool little rock formation that looks like an elephant actually. So that's on the way out on the east, towards the east gate. So it'll be a while, but yeah, great time out here. Come check it out if you want. Start early, spend the whole day out here. It's beautiful. I wouldn't recommend coming out in the summertime. It gets way too hot. Winter, spring, and fall, perfect times. Bring a lunch, spend the entire day out here. Bring a camera and a video camera. So definitely I'll be coming back here. There's too much stuff that I didn't see. I don't know if you noticed back there, we just passed the Seven Sisters. It's a cool rock formation of 7 tall pillars. There's a lot of other stuff too. There's, what is this? The cabins. Ooh, let's take a look at this. There's 3 cabins, each with their own fireplace. I'm not sure if this was part of that movie set that we saw at that other trail. But hey, if you get lost out here and need a place to stay, just head this way. All right, so now I promise we're heading to Elephant Rock. There's the elusive Elephant Rock. Very hard to find. You have to head up the hill from the parking lot. Did not know that. Some people are walking into the wilderness. Hopefully they don't get lost. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notifications buttons. I just want to say thank you for your support and watching my channel. To those who already subscribed, I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notifications buttons to follow along with more of Rome's things. Until then, go places, see things, and do stuff.